Hi, my name is Luana Mascarenhas and I'm a dietitian by profession. I have a keen interest in nutrition in autism and autistic kids. And today I'm here to spend just a few minutes in imparting some knowledge to you, which could be helpful to you if you have a kid with special needs. So, why is nutrition important in autism? It is really important because certain foods do not break down effectively, or certain foods release some byproducts in the body, which could be detrimental to the health of these individuals. Okay, so these kids definitely require a certain amount of more attention towards the food that they eat. So today I'm going to speak about 5 foods that should be avoided in your kid if you notice certain signs or symptoms of the spectrum. So the first food is gluten. So gluten is a protein component, a peptide that's present in certain foods like wheat, rye, barley. Okay, and it is one of the most difficult to digest protein component, glycoprotein component. All right, so most of these kids, we have noticed that they do not digest this particular protein, and that is why it causes a lot of fermentation in the gut and something known as a leaky gut in these kids, which can lead to molecules crossing the blood-brain barrier and causing the gut barrier as well, and causing them to have hyperactivity symptoms. So gluten is something that definitely has been proven scientifically as well, and should be avoided in these kids. The second food is casein. So casein is a component of milk which is found present in most milk constituents and dairy constituents. So whether it is a milk, it is curd, it is buttermilk, it is paneer, all of these items have certain amount of casein in it. So definitely would ask you not to include this. It's not just about lactose, because nowadays a lactose free diet is trending a lot, but these kids cannot digest casein protein as well. So definitely avoid protein in the form of casein for these kids. The third most important food is soya. So soya is said to affect the absorption of certain nutrients in the body because of the fermentation that happens. So soya containing foods also should be avoided, and anything that is made of soya, whether it's tofu, it's soya milk, it's like tempeh, soy sauce which is fermented, things like that need to be avoided. Okay, the fourth most important food that should be avoided is sugar. So sugar creates a lot of hyperactivity in these kids, and definitely once we know that hyperactivity is one of the major symptoms of the spectrum, we want to control that aggression and hyperactivity. So white sugar, candies, sweets, anything of that sort which will cause a lot of hyperactivity in the kid is what should be avoided. Okay. Last but not the least is one component of food which is an additive. Like the fifth component is food additives, food colors. Okay, so now these food additives and food colors are present in a wide range of food products, whether they are a processed or packaged food, or whether they are a cough syrup, or whether they are a particular sweet item that you're consuming, or a ready to eat packet of food. All of these have these added chemicals. So these chemicals are the ones that do not break down and get excreted from the body of the kid, and that is why they ferment in the body, and they can cause certain neurotoxins which can increase these particular symptoms of the spectrum. So these are the 5 foods which you should definitely avoid in these kids. All right, alternatives that you can give now. All right, so alternatives for wheat are millets. Okay, so millets like ragi, jawar, bajra, they are really good. So you can include more of these into the diet of the kid. You get gluten-free oats also, which works really well for these kids. You get something known as buckwheat, which works really well for these kids. You get something known as foxtail millet, in which you can make a khichdi, a upma, things like that, which are Indianized as well. So you can definitely consume more of this and induce this taste into the kid right from a young age. Alright, you get quinoa, which can be also given to the kid. Okay, so all these are your cereal alternatives which you can give instead of gluten containing cereals. Okay, the second is dairy alternatives, which is oat milk, rice milk, coconut milk, which is the safest. Sometimes almonds also are a trigger to certain repetitive actions and certain other symptoms of the spectrum. So almonds also can be avoided in that case, or it can be soaked, peeled, blended and made into an almond milk and then given to kid. All right, but these other types of milks are definitely more beneficial. There is a talk about camel milk and its benefit in these kids, but I would not suggest this because it has not been scientifically proven to cause any significant benefits. Also, we must be attentive to the fact that camel milk has more electrolytes compared to regular milk. So we need to know how the sodium and the chloride can be affecting the blood-brain barrier of these kids, and more long-term studies are required in this benefit. All right, so there's no scientific data that is published on the benefits of camel milk. The third alternative for soya is any other protein source that you would get by like lean fish, chicken, eggs, lentils, pulses, okay, except for beans, which we avoid generally. But all other protein sources are quite good and can be given to these particular kids for muscle development and growth. All right, the fourth alternative to sugar is jaggery, the use of honey, the use of stevia, which is a natural sweetener. Okay, so the use of dates for sweetening, the use of dried figs for sweetening, these all can be used in the as alternatives for sugar, and they can definitely help in lowering the glycemic index of a particular meal and helping the sugar release from the body slowed down. Okay, and the fifth alternative will be to go organic, to go with pure food, like fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, colors and tastes which come from natural foods should be encouraged a little more in these kids. You definitely want to increase the fruit and vegetable consumptions. If the textures are a problem in these kids, then you can always grind the fruits and vegetables. You can include them in smoothies. You can put them as stuffing in your parathas. You can do n number of things. You can take a guidance of a qualified dietitian also, who can help you with this and design a meal plan for your kid who has all the adequate nutrients, especially the nutrients of importance like omega-3, zinc, magnesium. All of this is more emphasized in these particular kids because their gut does not absorb these particular nutrients really well. So a lot to do with the attention span, a lot to do with the with the normal day-to-day functioning of these individuals with delayed speech. So nutrition can help in all these particular aspects. So therefore, I plead you to, if you see symptoms of the spectrum in your kid, you should get in touch with a qualified nutritionist or a dietitian, and they can definitely help you out with this. Thank you.